Few months ago, Caroline challenged me with a blind tea tasting. Today is my turn for revenge. Hi guys, this is Gabriele from nannuoshan, and today with me there is Caroline.
Hi!
As you know, here at nannuoshan we share the pleasure of drinking and discovering genuine farm tea. And if you're new here in our channel and you're also looking to expand your tea knowledge and brewing skills, then make sure to click on the subscribe button. And if at any point of time today you enjoy watching, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Alright, some of you already know, few months back Caroline was visiting me in Denver and she challenged me with a blind tasting. She has chosen a tea out of my personal private collection, and I went through a blind tea tasting and I had to guess which tea it was. I know some of you probably suffered with me, some other were probably having more fun with Caroline. And anyway, now it's me visiting Caroline and I thought let's do the same the other way around. It was not so easy to convince Caroline.
But it's not fair because I have a lot more teas.
That's like not true. That's not true.
I don't even have the overview of what I have. So.
Well, I did a little bit of an overview here in the flat. And how many teas do you think you have?
I don't know. I have
Guess.
no clue. I don't know.
Guess. Tell me one number. Let's see if your guess is similar to mine.
250?
I would say 150. Oh. That's my guess. And out of these 150, I have selected just one. Caroline has no clue. She doesn't know if it is a green tea. She doesn't know if it...
I don't even know if I've drunk it once.
She doesn't even know if she has drunk it once. I know it. And because I know if the package was open or closed. How do you feel?
Bad.
Alright, I think now we will get started. Behind here, underneath this bowl, there is the tea. I already weighted the right amount that I won't tell right now. I will show it to you as soon as Caroline put it on. I'm brewing here in a very standard Gaiwan. I choose this Gaiwan even before we started, so that I know it's very standard. nannuoshan Gaiwan, about 100 milliliters. And no ishin, so no influence from other sources that you can find as a justification. So, here you go. And I will show you first the tea, so you can make first your guess. And so, ready?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So, this is the tea.
Can I smell it?
Wait. I don't know if you can make your guess. Let's do like that. I will write here what is this tea about, so that you know. By the way, Caroline has both tea from nannuoshan, tea that she sourced for herself while we were traveling in China, and also tea from other vendors, from other online shop, actually I think all based here in the US. So we will see at the end of the video if we will tell you or not where this teas come from, depending also if Caroline's like it or not. But let's get started. I will use so much grams for this 100 milliliters Gaiwan. But first of all, let's Caroline give the chance of smelling it. Wait. You can even breathe on it if you want. No, don't move it. I want you to hear how the leaves move. Okay? More? What can you say?
So it's quite roasted, I have the feeling. So it's like, yeah. Yeah, so it's definitely not a green tea or something.
It's a start. You start making up your mind. Let's see if it's right or wrong. I will get rid of this bowl here. We don't need the lotus anymore. And I will steep it now. I want you also to smell the lid. Mm-hmm. I'm very generous today.
Yeah, so I would go for that. It's some kind of rock tea, from the smell of both the dry and wet leaves, but it's very difficult afterwards.
So what makes you feel that actually it's a rock tea?
Just the roasting. I don't know, the smell. I don't know. Yeah.
So you say there is a certain roast in it?
Yeah,
okay.
there's a certain roast that you wouldn't find in Taiwan oolongs, or that you wouldn't find in black tea.
But I mean, you have other tea that have also kind of
Yes,
roast
sure.
aroma, intense. I can think of some. I don't want to tell anything now, but some that we have sourced also together, for example, and
We'll see. Yeah.
but we'll see. Yeah, when we taste it. So I did a quick rinse. The temperature of the water is this one here. I will do a brew at first that is not too intense, just for you to get a little bit used to the taste. Let's look at the color, that of course I don't tell about. You can judge, right? I won't tell you how does it look like and so.
Is it my...
No, wait, it's not yet in there. Now. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, for me it has really more the smell of a rock tea than even a dansong.
And you are already convinced it is an oolong. Like it couldn't be a strong black tea, for example.
No.
And I mean, the world of oolong is very large. You don't only have dansong and rock teas. You know, there are others, not only light roasted, if you want to stay with strong roasted, also some rare one.
But the thing is, I have so many rock teas that I wouldn't be able to say. Like.
But you know, we can, narrow it down. Let's say, okay, if you're convinced it is a rock tea, we will stay with that. But I've done now a very brief steeping, Caroline. So, do you want to smell the wet leaves? Just the lid first. And I will show you guys the leaves to you because they are interesting indeed. I cannot tell you much about that. I tried to show you the leaves.
So it's quite floral though, like in the taste, like of a light steep.
So you've seen the color of the leaves. Start also making up your mind. Of course, you have seen what it's all about and try to associate the color of the leaves, what Caroline's sensations are, which the tea that you know it is. Caroline, do you like the tea?
Yeah, it's really good. It's really fragrant. So I'm starting like to not be sure anymore because it's really.
I will steep it now a bit longer.
Either it's really an incredibly good rock tea or it's something else. Something else. So.
Let's see.
But it still has this rock tea feel. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be rock tea, like in terms of minerality or something. Yeah.
Okay, let's steep it a bit longer. Let's see how also the tea react when we steep it a bit longer. You don't know, of course, the temperature of the water, but you have heard that I haven't heated it up again since we started. I mean, the pot is full, so it cannot cool down too much, of course. But of course, now at the moment is not boiling. Now the temperature is this one here. I'll leave it just for a tiny bit. I really want to take some strength. I know that you are not afraid of strength.
Well, with rock teas, sometimes it's too strong. So.
Let's see. You also don't know the quantity of leaves they've put in. That's also not a big help.
It's very aromatic.
Wait, I want to empty this cup completely. There was a tiny bit left because so that you can... Okay. If you want to let it cooling down a bit, but actually it shouldn't be too hot.
The thing is, I have no clue what, no overview of all the rock teas I have, so.
Let's say like that, you know, I mean, a tea, you can say which category it is, which tea it is. You could say the cultivar, you could say where it comes from, you could say the harvest date, which other information? Yeah, this one, origin, harvest day, cultivar. So try to narrow your selection down. Like if you say, first of all, you have to convince yourself of a type of oolong at this point, if you say it is an oolong, and then once you know that, try to give us some direction. Also, I mean, with the type of brew that you are having. For example, there are some categories that you can exclude. Yeah, even if you are convinced it is a rock tea, there are some categories that maybe you can exclude given the type of taste it has. I don't know.
So for me, it's not a white tea, it's not a green tea. It's not a black tea either. It's not a pu'er. So it's for sure it's an oolong.
Okay. Okay. So oolong, you say. Good. So let's stay with that. Do you still feel the roasting?
Yes.
You don't have to. You know, I make a weird question, of course. You don't have to be biased by my questions.
And I don't taste the, like, I don't know, sourness of that song. I don't know. I feel like the only thing could be a dansong, like, as it's quite it has a lot of high notes, like floral, fruity in some way. So yeah.
Make your call. We cannot stay here forever. Narrow it down.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I bought, so.
Louder. So, try. Okay, you say this is an oolong. Go for one type of oolong. What is for you most likely?
Yeah, rock tea.
Rock tea. Okay, let's say with rock tea. Otherwise, here we don't move forward. At least I have to help her to do one step further. We will disclose it anyway at the end, right? So you say it is a rock tea. Now try to describe this rock tea. Think about, say, anything you can tell about the taste, about the harvest date, about the cultivar, about where it comes from. Tell me.
No clue.
What do you think about the harvest day? Let's say it is a young tea, it is an old tea, it is middle age. Do you taste only roasting? Do you taste some aging in it? It is still fresh because sometimes the roasting, if the tea is very very fresh, you feel the roasting very strong because usually you start selling rock teas after 2-3 years of storage. So do you think this is an extremely fresh rock tea that was just roasted last year? I don't know if you bought recently maybe some rock teas, maybe it could be from the last, I mean very recently, it means that maybe it was roasted last autumn, just a few months ago. Or do you think that it could be an older one?
I don't know, it has quite floral notes or something, so I wouldn't know. Yeah. And the thing is I have so many, so I don't even only have, you know, Shui Xian, Da Hong Pao, or like the classic ones. I have so many like other ones.
Do you remember, for example, let's say do take some. I mean, rogui is typical. You have some rogui for sure. And do you remember how rogui tastes with this characteristic strang and cinnamon notes? So rather spicy than floral. Do you think it could be that one?
It could be, but
Could be.
Sure, it could be a very good roguey.
Could be a very good roguey. Then it is one of those rock tea that is just slightly roasted because you want to enhance the florality of the tea. So slightly roasted, but with a lot of florality to it.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yes.
Okay, at this point you have to make up your mind because roguey and a very floral rock tea is two different words. So either it has the strength of a roguey or it is a light yancha. What do you think? I'll give you one more cup. This is the third steeping. So try to think it is more a light roguey or it has strength. And that's a tricky question. I cannot tell you why, but I will tell you soon.
It's difficult because incredibly good rock teas also have other flavor, maybe floral, fruity notes.
Like rogu is never floral.
Yeah, then it's let's say it's not a roguey.
It is floral for you, at least a little bit.
A bit, yeah.
Okay. So because it is floral, you say it's not a rogu. Okay. At this point, narrowing it further down would be very hard because there are a lot of types of rock tea, but one thing more, tell me about the roasting. Do you think the roasting is intense or not? In the middle? Could also be, right? I mean, it doesn't have to be black and white. It can be a gray zone, could be an average roasting level that you have experienced rock tea with a higher roasting and rock tea with a lower roasting. What do you think?
So it's probably medium because you still have like a lot of other notes, like I would say.
Do you want to know?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
So let's do like that. You first look at the leaves.
Okay, so at least I think it's rock tea.
Okay, and tell me more. Look at the leaves. I've steeped it 3 times. How do the leaves look like?
Yeah, they look pretty dark, so it must be some dark roast something. Or,
Which other way there is for a tea to get darker?
oxidation,
Oxidation, roasting, one more.
aging.
Aging. So when I asked her if this is a strong rock tea or a light rock tea, and also the roasting and so on, she was a bit unsure. That's because rock teas, you can, if you want to start with rock teas and you want to pick 2 rock teas just to see different type of rock tea, you want to find out which are the different tastes behind rock tea, you would take a rogu on one side that we have mentioned and another tea on the other side that is this tea, because it is a more a female. Yeah, there are some farmers or actually some tea masters that say rogu has a male taste and this other type has a female taste. Nonetheless, that's the characteristic of the cultivar, but this tea seems to have been relatively heavily roasted, yeah, as you pointed out looking at the leaves, and on top of that, guess the age. Just guess, put a number in years.
I don't know,
Guess.
like 5 years?
13.
13 years. I didn't know like I had
Louder.
this tea. I didn't know I had such a tea.
You see, you didn't know. So this is a 13 years old Shuixian, highly roasted. So that's why you know the difficulties of identifying the roasting, because Shuixian is usually don't put a lot of roasting in it. They do like an average roasting. This was done in 2007 and they put a lot of high roasting in it. And now maybe you can pick up some in your mind, some of those ripe fruit notes that are more from the aging and not from the roasting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what? So it's an in between. Like it's not very clear the aging in it. It's not like a 20 or 30 years old tea. Even our 15 years old Baya Celan is not in the nannuoshan shop, it's just a private tea, has a much stronger aged taste, right? Mm-hmm. But some of those notes are there, don't you think?
Yes. Yeah, at the back, yeah.
So, you like the tea?
Yes, it's good, yeah.
You described it, so we can tell you where this tea comes from, right? Like, it's not a nannuoshan tea, it's not my private collection, it is a competitor. I don't want to tell you which is the name of the competitor if until now we would have spoken bad about the tea. But you like that, you said you noticed the roasting, you noticed this florality. We can have also a look on the website, what they write about the tea. Anyway, let me show you the package. I have it here. I put it in a bag so that you cannot see it. And here you go. Full roast, 10 years age, Shui Xian. They wrote 10 years age when probably 3 years ago, but it's spring 2007. And it is from Verdant Tea, which is a shop based in Minneapolis. And they do also direct sourcing. They work a lot with different families. We have a lot in common, I would say, with Verdant Tea. We don't know each other, so I don't know. I know he's a guy that runs the business, but I don't know him personally. They put a lot their tea in connection with families. So they work with specific families, and their website is all about these different families from whom they source tea. For example, this is the oolong tea from the Lee family, and the Lee family produce a lot of different teas from them. And so we can say that. And now I want just quickly with Caroline to check, and I will show it to you on the screen, what Verdant Tea writes about this tea. Mm-hmm. So that we can see if your taste matched the one of the vendor. So I have it here in front of me, so you can have a look. And so they write, it is very spicy. Yeah, so which is a little bit unusual for a Shui Xian. Yeah, that's why also you were thinking a bit of rogui that is more spicy. They say it's very savory. It is savory, but as a third feature, they put also florality in it. Mm-hmm. That is also something that you spotted, right? Yeah. So do you think that their taste profile matches yours?
So they say also it's very savory. And then, maybe oak notes because of the roasting or something.
And the aging as well a bit, yeah. Anyway, I think Caroline did a good job. Actually, if you recall, when Caroline smelled the tea, she instantly thought it is a rock tea, so she wasn't the right way. Then with my question, she started questioning if it was a danzong. Caroline, this can never be a danzong. So we have a very long steep. And she spotted the strength of the roasting, she spotted the florality. She was very afraid of doing this video because she said, I have so many teas, I will never guess it.
Yeah, because I don't even have an overview, I wouldn't remember this one. So.
And you already drank because the package was open.
Yeah, of course, but I have so many. And it's not even the main.
And also I have to say,
types of
this tea is in one room, the room we are now, but I went in another room to pack it where Caroline has other teas. So I didn't want her to know where I take the tea from, so I took it beforehand and I brought it in the other room. So it was a little bit misleading maybe, but I really wanted to be 100% sure you're not influenced. Yeah, it's still very good. I mean, we have how many? 5 steeping? Alright, I hope you have enjoyed this blind tea tasting. If you want to check out the one that was the other way around, you see a link in the description below. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe our channel if you haven't done it yet. Go ahead giving a thumbs up, thanks a lot for that, and we will see you next time. Bye guys.
Bye bye.
Ja, du warst nicht schlecht.
Jo, aber Dark Roast, das habe ich nicht irgendwie so
Ja, aber gut. Ich denke, es war gut.
Ja, weil das hat schon noch angenehme Noten, das weißt du nie. Da.